price point, price point, price point. No, location, location, location. This video, we're gonna be taking you around all of Colorado Springs to show you what $1.5 million gets you in different parts of Colorado Springs. Everybody knows that prices have been steadily climbing up, and by steadily, I mean sometimes kind of like cranking upwards. We're doing a lot of house tours today. We're just gonna be hitting highlights, so stick with us because they're gonna be so different. You're not gonna wanna miss any of these. And we're starting out here in Black Forest. And I think this one is probably the most interesting place to start. Welcome to your $1.5 million luxury property. Let's have a look inside. As you enter into the lair, you're greeted by this beautiful open concept, dual fireplace, nice big lighting, wonderfully textured walls, and all the space that you could ask for. Where's the kitchen? I don't know. I think you can just cook on top of this wood burning fireplace. I think you can just put some hot stuff up here. You've got power sources, 220 volt in here. I mean, what more could you ask for? Well, you got 11 acres. No, just kidding, guys. This is just the big shop, the mech room for tractors, workshop, space, car storage. Obviously you can see it's like, what is that, probably 20 feet tall. It's huge. It's got the dual things so that you can heat it in the wintertime. This is just the side shop. We are at a property out in Black Forest, however, that we're gonna take you inside of in just a minute. But what makes this area special is most of Black Forest nowadays is actually 5-acre lots. And what we have here is an 11.3 acre lot. This area just doesn't have that much turnover. So there's not a lot that pop up for sale. So when they do, they're super, super valuable. Now this one, we'll go outside. Let's walk towards the house because you do have to see the outside. Here, this is like pretty quintessential Black Forest. You'll see on the neighboring lots and some of the drone footage, there was a fire here quite a few years ago, and this lot somehow magically was untouched. And you have multiple outbuildings here. This one right behind me, way back in the corner, is actually part of like the old Colorado Trail. So it's a part of Colorado history. Not gonna lie, it's pretty run down, but kind of cool to have something original like that. But you've got these giant 50, 60, 70 foot trees out here, which are just absolutely beautiful in an 11.5 acre lot. You have views, unlike some spots in Black Forest where there's so many trees that like all you see are the trees. This one, you actually get some views of the Front Range. But now you can see behind me, you're like, wait a minute, that house doesn't look that big. And I'm gonna be honest, you're right. So let's go take a look inside and get just kind of an understanding of what you might be able to expect out here in Black Forest on 11 acres. This is not a huge space, right? It's got nice fresh carpet throughout, but this is pretty typical, right? Still in this price point where you've got, I think you guys might have seen our video where we did $1 million in Black Forest, right? And it was 5 acres, and it was a 1980s house that had sweet bones, but needed a full makeover. Well, this is now twice that acreage. And again, there's lots that sell out here for $500,000, just bare land. Now we've got 11 acres. So again, you know, I'm not a mathematician, but I can kind of throw those numbers together. You still have, I think what this house offers is that it still offers the main spaces are still really well done. So you still have this big kitchen. You got the island with the 5-burner range, a double stack oven over here, space for a huge fridge. Another, you know, I don't know what shape this is, like an L-shaped kind of island here with your sink and dishwasher and all of that. So like you still have a really functional, really big kitchen. Could it use some updates? Sure, but it still has like the bones of what a lot of people want. You've got a huge pantry here, and we're just gonna be hitting highlights in this video. So don't don't skip, because it's not like we're gonna be, taking you into every bedroom. Here we go. We've got this laundry room. I do need you guys to see, should be pretty standard at this $1.5 million price range, but you should have oversized garages like this. Sorry, it's very echoey. Now this is only a 2-car garage, but you can see there's like tons of extra storage space over here for gear, for deep freezers, anything like that. Now let's take you to the master. Okay, as we're gonna pass by the basement. The basement, actually a lot of it is still unfinished. So you could make, if you were updating this house and you finished out the basement and just did the updates to make it, a little bit more modern or whatever kind of feel that you're looking for, you could put some serious sweat equity into this house. It's already 4 bedrooms, but you add a big living space down there, you do it properly, and it would be ridiculous. So, master. Beautiful, nice big windows. This might blow out the camera, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh no, that's not how you do it. Great, I mean, it's not like views, but it's just privacy. The bathroom is really special. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. And it's just like very peaceful. And then the shower is gargantuan. I love me a big old shower. So walk in, very nice. I think they're missing an opportunity to have like a waterfall shower in here or like a double shower head, but future problems, somebody else can do that. Okay, so this house is 2,800 square feet. It is a 2013 build, so still built really well, still in great condition. They've maintained it really, really well. But what we're about to take you to is gonna be also very, very special and very, very different, because what we're gonna go see is a new build. Also up in Black Forest, a little bit further north, and what you might see is a smaller lot, but a newer build, newer construction. So it might have that luxury feel that you would expect in the $1.5 million range, but it's not gonna have 11 acres of privacy and wildlife and giant trees and just, so let's head over there. I think we might be meeting a friend over there. Let's go see. Okay, so we're a little bit further north in Black Forest. We're just off of Hodgen, and this is, you might have seen in the custom versus production video that Chris did, this is an Elk Ridge custom build home. So for a $1.5 million, you can get something that's under construction but not finished. That's all I got for you. That's not true. It's not true. It's not true. We're gonna go meet Chris inside. So they're still working on this one. And like I said, in the last house, you were paying more for the land itself, right? 11.5 acres. Here, we're on about a 2.5 acre lot. You can see just outside that there's still space between you and your neighbors. There's just not big trees, kind of blocking. What's up, my man?
What's up, man? How you doing, man?
Good.
You guys getting a good tour going?
Got it. Yeah. Yeah, so I know you've seen this house. You saw it as it was framed,
Yep.
right? Okay, so just walk me through. We're just looking at the main areas.
Yeah.
The master, the kitchen, just like kind of the highlights.
Yeah. No,
and,
for sure. Yeah.
I'm sure it looks a little bit different to you than it
Definitely,
did
yeah.
when it was
We
framed.
filmed this video when we did, it was production versus custom. Check that one out for sure. You can see this house when it was framed. But one of the nice things that I like about this house, and I think kind of from what I overheard you guys saying, how it's gonna vary from the other house is this one, a lot more of the money's in the house itself. But another nice thing and why I like this with what Elk Ridge is doing, a lot of custom homes, it's like the 7,000, 8,000 square foot behemoths, right?
Yeah.
But this, we'll show you some cool little touches that they did in this, that at 1.5, you're getting a really nice quality custom home at 4,500 square feet. So it's not this huge, ginormous thing.
Yeah.
It's well laid out, 4,500. So I think, let's just head this way.
Yeah, a lot of my clients, they say that a lot. They're like,
Yeah.
5,000 plus. Like, goodness
I don't
gracious,
need all that.
It's so big.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So you come in, this is kind of like your mudroomish kind of area you're walking into.
Yeah.
So
like these.
You got some nice, So it's those little details, right? That's different in custom. Like what we always say is custom cabinetry. And the big thing I feel with a house like this versus what I think you looked at last is this is 2024 design.
Yeah.
It's not 2013 that looks like 1995 design. So.
Okay, this is a closet.
Yep, so you got the master closet.
So like laundry. Okay, which by the way, talk about, I don't know if that's luxury or custom or what, but it's just so nice. Okay, this is gonna be awesome.
So you got huge walk-in shower. Obviously, those will get full glass on it, dual shower heads, so dual vanity. And it's that nice flow you would expect from the master bedroom, master bath, into the closet, into the mudroom. So that's the modern flow that most people go for right now.
Yeah, if you have $1.5 million home and you don't have dual shower heads,
I don't even know what you're doing anymore.
I seriously don't. Oh, look at those beams.
You have a soaking tub in there too.
This is rad. So it's not like the biggest master bedroom I've ever seen?
It's not. I mean, you've got great room for a king size bed, kind of back behind the camera right now. Still got room for a little, if you want to have a little sitting area or something. Yeah. But it's not that huge over the top suite.
Too big. I was gonna even say, I think they're doing, it's an interesting style. Like, arches are not like super in.
Yeah.
But somehow, I think maybe it's just because, I don't know, it just kind of like feels like it fits.
You'll see more of them out here in the main area.
Okay.
And I was pretty skeptical when I saw it framed, but I'm kind of starting to like it. So, highlight of the house, obviously right here. Huge, great room, kitchen, ginormous slab. I think this is all one slab too. This is
huge.
Yeah, that's a huge piece of stone.
Oh my God.
You're paying 1.5, 4,500 square feet, but you're putting a lot into the house versus land. So what are some of those things you're getting? Viking appliances.
Yeah, look at this.
Huge built-in Viking fridge.
I could fit in there.
You could try. Viking stove, 6-burner with the griddle for your pancakes, and it's little details like this we were talking about. You've got the gold finish around the burners that match with kind of the brushed gold knobs. Those little details, man. Yeah, I love that.
But those details do matter, especially at this price point, right? Because
100%, man,
people are like, I'm spending $1.5 million, especially on like a new build like this, and it's like it needs to fit.
Yeah.
The feel and the look.
Yep.
You've also got under cabinets here,
storage
but
underneath.
Also a full sitting area here
You're
as well.
You're sticking 4 or 5 bar stools at that. There's a little butler's pantry back there as well.
Yeah.
And you know how it is, like most of it, and this is why I like custom homes like this, because this is how we live, right? Like you got a dining room table over here. This is where you're spending 98% of your time. You don't need like that huge formal dining room. Most people don't like it anymore. I think if I remember right, there's gonna be beams on the ceiling in here too for a nice little custom touch.
Sweet.
And then the big patio sliders, I think this is like a 16-foot slider here. The middle part looks like it's blocked off maybe now. But this goes out to this patio, which is gonna get stoned as well. So
you can see through here.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if you
luckily,
can get the peak back there. I don't know if that shows up or not.
Probably can't really see, but like, luckily that house is just canted off awesome, to the right. Actually. And you've got a sweet view of Pikes Peak, which is.
Yeah, we will come back to this house when it's 100% done and show it to you again so you can get a feel for it all.
I love even this entry, like this entry tile work.
Yeah.
Looks so good.
Front office space up there too.
Yeah, okay, that is, I would probably work from home if I had an office space like this.
Decent.
Yeah, super fresh. No, this is super rad. I love it. And then what's the other bedroom bathroom situation? I know there's guys like obviously working in the house. Surprise.
Yeah, guys are laying tile downstairs, so we won't go down there. There's another 2 bedrooms down there. It's a massive bar down there.
Yeah.
Big kind of watch football area. Gonna be a big TV on the wall. And then upstairs, 3 more bedrooms and kind of a loft area up there with a bathroom too. So yeah, 5. Maybe 2 more upstairs, because it's 2 more upstairs. It's 5 beds, 6 baths. So got a lot of space, yeah.
Main level master.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. And still on 2.5 acres. And as you guys saw, like outside, you still have plenty of privacy between you and your neighbors, which
you got enough space,
which is really freaking awesome.
Yep.
Now, this is the 2024 custom build of the next house that I'm gonna take you guys to. Grinding. The next house that I'm going to take you guys to, also a custom build, but super, super, super unique custom build, built by the owners themselves. So it wasn't like Elk Ridge or Colorelli or anybody like that. So this will be a really, we just have to go see it. I can't even describe it.
Gonna check it
we
out.
just have to go see it. It also has killer views, but the house is going to look different, and you're not going to have like these stone countertops. I think you're actually just going to be really surprised to see what you see there. So let's head over there and we'll check up with you later. Okay, so we are now in probably one of the most unique houses that I've ever seen. I guarantee you've never seen a house built like this, and it's not for the reasons that you're thinking. This house is designed with everyday living in mind. This house is designed for how we actually live our lives. Now, you're gonna see some things and you'll be like, what? And I'm gonna try to explain some of those features, like why am I in this little tiny room that opens to a little bit bigger room? Because in today's day and age, everyone's just like, I just want totally open concept. Well, first off, I'm gonna explain that, but we just need to admire that what you're getting here is views, views, views. And everywhere in this house is designed with honestly views and comfort and intimacy in mind. There's this design, an architectural style called Suzanka. And Suzanka is Suzanka is based on this principle of better, not bigger. So this is a 3,500 square foot space, right? So you're thinking, well, that is also freaking big. Yes, but does it, in her mind, the architect, in her mind, it's like, is bigger just automatically better if it's a bunch of unused space? So her whole design is like, how am I using this space? Is it efficient? Is it effective? So you'll see a lot of built-ins as we go along. You'll see different ceiling heights, kind of like opening spaces and then creating more intimate spaces, which is kind of like that little coffee corner that we were in. There's also, once we get outside, you'll see there's also decks on every side of the house so that you can chase the shade or you can find the sun if you prefer that. The kitchen it's a kitchen. I don't have any personal feelings necessarily about the kitchen. You'll notice it's actually, it is Formica countertops in this house, and then Carry-On which is like a really, really hard resin. They're like bomb-proof. But that being said, like, you know, in today's day and age, you might want to update that. But what you will also see is I'm going to show you something really, really interesting. So part of this Suzanka style is at the ends of these long spaces, you have a light source. You have these windows. And at first I was like, well, that sounds kind of hokey. And then you can come this way. And then as we were like walking through the house, I started noticing it everywhere. And it does, it just like draws you to it. So it's good uses of space. Now down here, this is like an office and kind of like a hobby or side room that could honestly easily be turned into like a main level master if you wanted. But when you see the views from the master, it's pretty shocking. Okay, so downstairs is a little bit of a maze. And it took us like once or twice to get through it to kind of like understand. And that is the thing with this house is like, you would really need to like figure out how it works for you. But once you figure it out, it's pretty epic. So you do have a couple bedrooms over here. By the way, every bedroom gets incredible views of Pikes Peak, but we'll just go into the master. Straight up, big old gas fireplace up here, a great use of space, your bed right here, looking out to this. I mean, it looks like a picture frame that somebody would like buy from a store of Pikes Peak. It is absolutely silly. Now, when I talked to the seller before we came into the house, and I quote, divorces happen over what goes on in the bathroom. So they designed with that in mind. You have basically like 3 bathroom areas. This is obviously the shower and tub area. You've got a big jetted tub over here, a stand-up doorless shower. You've got the big skylight, big windows everywhere. Well, that's not a big window, but allowing more natural light in. But then this is so interesting is you have a his and hers dressing room with their own sink so that when people get up in the morning, like my space can be my space and her space can be her space. Thank you. We don't really fight about that a lot, but I'm gonna be honest, in my master closet, like in our bathroom or my bedroom, I basically have like one shelf and Lauren takes up the rest of the space. So this would be pretty awesome. She's also always mad at me because my clothes are on the ground, but you know what? My clothes can be in here and my door can be shut and she can't get mad at me. So I kinda get it. All right, so usually we start with the entrance, and the entrance is actually it's interesting, the architect, she considers the door to be the membrane between the external world and your private internal world. And so she's like, it's not just the door, it's like, how does the entry space make you feel? Which again, you can see it's designed to be front porch people, to kind of come outside and want to sit, and you can look off to the northeast, or you have this deck that wraps around. Minor detail here, but the deck is actually made of cypress, which I've never seen before, but it's because it's such a hard and strong wood. It's really, really durable. And again, when you come out here, these are the views that we're talking about. Sorry, it's a little windy, but it is designed, you can just see the land kind of everywhere. What's another crazy feature about this house, last thing, is they actually built this thing up onto a hill. So they had 100+ truckloads of dirt brought here so that they could build it up, so it could have that kind of feel of it sloping down. And then what they did is they obviously then kind of terraced all over. You've got the little walkways, you've got shrubbery, you've got trees, and everything. It almost feels like when you're at the Japanese gardens and you just want to meander through and just have your own private, beautiful little space. Now, this is up north. You've seen plenty up north now, but we've got to take you down, because what if you're like me? I don't really like being this far away from the downtown area. From up here, we're probably 30 minutes from downtown Colorado Springs. I like it down there. There's a lot more food. It's close to the mountains. It's close to a lot of activities. So now we're gonna take you down south, and we wanna show you on the south end of town, one more home that has a really good representation of what you can get for $1.5 million all the way down there. And it's gonna be totally different than what we've seen up here. Let's go take a look. All right, so we made it all the way down to the southern part of Colorado Springs. We're actually right on the outskirts of Manitou, right by Red Rock's open space, which you're gonna see some insane footage. And this is totally different, right? Because we were on an 11-acre lot, we were on a 5-acre lot, we were on a 2.5-acre lot. Now this one is, oh my gosh, turn around, look. Hello, chickens, mountain chickens. That's the most important part about anything, is we've got mountain chickens in the yard. I see 2, are there more? I love deer. Okay, so we're down here and the lots are gonna be smaller. Now this lot is still actually a little over an acre, which is surprising. Now usable space is not a full acre, right? Because as you can kind of see behind the house, is it goes straight up the mountain. And we'll get some drone footage so that you can see that a little bit better. But now the house, the location, right off 24, the views from the second deck, this place is so different than anything that we've seen so far. So I'll meet you at the front door. You gotta see this place. Welcome. Very contemporary, very modern. I would call it very modern chic. And right when you walk in, you're like, oh, I feel some elegance. I'm gonna be honest, when I saw this house in the photos, I was like, okay, yeah, that'll be a cool one because I know where it is. It's tucked into the mountain. It's right by Red Rock's, or Red Rock's open space. But then I came in and I was like, both of us, when we first opened the door, went, whoa, look at this wine rack. This is so cool. I mean, you could probably fit, what do you think, 100 bottles here. So if you're a wino, I really love this. It's got actually a really good feel to it. It's sparkly, it's clean. But you can tell, right, the style of this house. I think this table really outlines what the style of this house is, and the decorations and the design features on the walls. It's very contemporary, very, very modern. Now this is a 2016 build, and I believe it was, I'll have to double check, I think it was 2,700 square foot. So you've got a lot of the grays, you've got the stone, oh, more wine. Huge chef's kitchen with the 5-burner gas stove, lots of space. It's just very open, right? kind of the opposite actually of the last house that we saw that was, you know, it was designed to like bring people together. This is like this big, open, very, what you see, I don't want to say HGTV, but like everyone's like open. I want open, 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 open concept living. And that's really what you have here. Now I was out on this deck, but I think it's better for me to bring you up to the second floor, up to the main level, so that you can see that view, because it is bananas. But before we do that, we're gonna go downstairs because there's even just a couple unique features that I need to show you down there. Even in the stairwell, you can see that this house, the design was natural light. If there was a theme, it is natural light. And you can see that all the way from the top of the house, all the way down through the stairs. Even the stairs themselves have spaces between them to allow even more natural light. Huge windows, 360 around the house. It's just freaking killer. Okay, so when you come into the basement, and I just wanted to highlight this super quick, really kind of energy efficient down here, because the first thing that you notice is the temperature change. You are built into the side of this mountain and you can actually feel that. Now I love this unique feature. I'm a dog person. Where are my dog people at? We need more houses that accommodate our pets because we've all got them. And this is a nice little dog wash station. And when you're right next to a place like Red Rocks, you need it because your dog's gonna come back and their paws are gonna be filthy. Your shoes are gonna be filthy. The bedrooms are bedrooms, but what I actually wanna show you, tricked you, is this garage, because we've had a lot of oversized garages, 3-car garages, whatever. This is a 3-car garage, but that has a big enough space, not in a separate building, but has a big enough space to park their RV in here. That is a dream come true. Mine is outside, not plugged in, 20 minutes away from my house, like just sitting out in the sun, not even covered. And I'm paying monthly for it. And this is like ready to go whenever you're ready for your next adventure. That I can't. Listen, it's not every day that you go into a house that has an elevator. Now, it might sound unnecessary. Come on in. I'm gonna shut this door and we'll travel to the top. It might sound unnecessary. However, when you got a 3-story house like this, and you're bringing groceries in, you're bringing luggage up and down the stairs, it just becomes way easier to load it in here, even if you decide to walk, but just to load that stuff instead of like clanking luggage all the way down the stairs. That's a pretty cool feature, if you ask me. If you have fear of elevators, it's probably a rough place to be. It's very slow and you're just like, oh my God. Okay. Prepare yourself. All right, come on out. Now right back there, we've got the laundry. And so as you come upstairs, you have this like super cool flex space. Again, big windows. We've already talked about this, tons of natural light. And this top floor, you could basically exist on this top floor. He's even got his little mini fridge and never leave. And you'd be good. You'd be good to go. So we'll go through we'll end at the deck. That's a good idea. So we'll come right in through here into the bathroom. Now this is immediately a super luxurious, really big, wide open, separate vanities, big mirrors, great lighting. You've got a jetted tub. You have a really luxury shower. I hope the floor's not wet. Where you've got like the overhead pumping out here, the hand thingy. And so like you've got those touches that feel really elegant. And again, right, like what we're doing is we're comparing not better, not worse, but like what are you looking for? If you're looking for 11 acres, well, you're gonna be out towards like Black Forest. If you're looking for 5 acres, you're gonna be out there. And you're gonna put more sweat equity into it. Here, like look at this. Look at this huge closet. But why does this house still demand that 1.5 range, right? Let me show you. Because when you're out here and you've got views of all of Red Rock's open space right here, out to the north, you can see Garden of the Gods up there. You actually have your own little trail system, like literally right in front of your house. You've got your own little trail system that pops you down into Red Rock's open space where there's miles of trails, There's rock climbing out there, although I don't think it's great rock climbing because it's like friction climbing on sandstone, which is not my favorite. But biking, beautiful picture places. I mean, it is so gorgeous that is what really is bringing out that price point. You have this private drive that circles all the way up here, and there's not a lot of turnover up here either, so it's really, really rare to find something like this here. In our next video, we're gonna be taking you through what you can expect in the $2 million range. And that, I think, for a lot of people is what they're already picturing in $1 million home. Because, you know, inflation is kind of crazy and appreciation has been crazy, but those homes were all built, all of them were built with that like big luxury in mind, right? Where you'll have space, you'll have luxury finishes, you'll have like really, really unique custom features throughout. So you're definitely gonna wanna subscribe and make sure that you see that video when it comes out. But let me know, what was worth the 1.5 in your opinion and what's not worth 1.5? And it's not property specific, but like, is it worth it to get that kind of space and privacy? Is it worth it for the trees? Is it worth it in this case for your access to downtown and Red Rocks? Is it worth it more for like the one that's being built, that custom build by Elk Ridge? Is that more worth it? So let me know in the comments. Make sure that you subscribe and see the next video, because when we start going through $2 million homes, I think it's going to be pretty shocking what you're going to see. I'm out.